Hey everyone, welcome to Infinite Realms. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe and make the Facebook algorithm happy. Now, once again, I'm doing one take, so I really screwed up algorithm there, didn't I? Alright, so Stranger Things 4 has dropped. And it was excellent. It was really good. I hope you've watched it and like it. Watch out for spoilers, because I'm going to drop a billion of them right now. So, one of the things I really liked was Vecna was the son of the murderer and the orderly. I mean, so he was appearing twice, right there in the background. The main bad guy the whole time. Thought that was pretty good. And I really enjoyed it, but there was a detail that stuck out to me that I'm kind of scratching my head about, and I think it means something bigger. When they were in Upside Down, they discovered that the Upside Down is Hawkins the day Will disappeared, November 6, 1983. That is a really specific detail of the story. I'm really wondering about that. And I don't have an explanation. And so I've been thinking about it. I actually went back and rewatched season 1 and part of season 2. And I'm not getting any kind of clue to why this would be. So, but it also seems too specific of a detail for it not to be meaningful and impactful. This is a clue. And I've been thinking about it, and I could be miles off base here, but I think it has something to do with Will himself. He did have that little weird connection with the Mind Flayer in season 2. And then he's been a lot of time he's just been kind of regulated to the background. And I got to thinking how this season unfolded, and I'm like, wait a minute, Vecna was in the background the whole time. I mean, he was way in the background. I didn't even remotely suspect that he was the kid. But then it all made sense. Oh yeah, so there was a clue there. You know, the murder started happening in the 50s, and then they picked up again later. There was a clue that, you know, somebody, it was somebody in the house. Now, I'm wondering if something that may be going on here is that Will still has a connection to something in the Upside Down, and he's not aware of it, nor is anybody else aware of it. And maybe that's why everything's kind of stuck in that November 6th date. And I know that sounds kind of weird and loose, but why that date? That seems so damn specific. Why the date that Will disappeared? There's got to be a connection somewhere. And maybe not. Maybe it's not that Will is connected to it, but something with Will happened there to bring that to that time frame. And it is really confusing me, because you look at Vecna's house, which is real in the show as well, and it's totally different. It's like in pieces, and they had to actually puzzle piece it together to figure out what it was with the drawings. So again, and then there's also this weird thing where Will was doing a painting and he didn't see what it was, and it seems like there might have been more to what was going on than we were led to believe. And again, I just see little clues here and there, and I'm wondering what's going on with Will. Because Will has really done nothing. I mean, he's just kind of cried about being the third wheel, and I mean, yeah, legit gripe, don't get me wrong, but still at the same time, it just seems like there's something going on with him. And I'm not going to get into the theories, oh, Will's actually gay, because I don't need to hear that. I mean, Will, I just think something's going on with Will. And what it is, and the nature of it, is confusing to me. And I think it's going to come out in those last 2 episodes. And it's going to be another big plot twist. And see, this is one thing I kind of like with this break, is that we can kind of have time to speculate rather than just watch it straight through and go, oh, okay. Because then it's like, what's going on? What is going on here? I kind of almost wish they had done Stranger Things 4 in a weekly way, because then it would have been like we could speculate every week after what we just saw. That would have been cool. And of course, Netflix has done weekly episodic runs, so I don't know what the hesitation was not to do it with this one. But they did. Whatever. It's not a big deal. But I simply think Will is something, and okay, this is my fan theory, but it's not much of a theory. I'm just trying to say most of my theory centers around the fact there's something more going on with Will than what is being said. And I think Mike is going to be in the middle of that too. And it's all going to come to a head at some point soon. Because as far as I'm aware, I've read several things. As far as I'm aware, this is the final season of Stranger Things, which is fine. I think I do think the show needs to end at some point, and I think it should end now, where it's on a high, rather than wearing out its welcome. And last season had some bumps, and I think that was the sign that, okay, guys, we might need to step out and take a bow and give us an ending, and then we're done. And that's perfectly fine. I am all for that. Maybe a reunion further down the road, who knows. But I like the season. I like the direction it's gone in. There was a whole lot going on, and it got a little frustrating at times because I get wrapped up in movie B, and then we go back to movie A, and it would be like, oh, come on, man. And sometimes I wasn't as invested in movie A, so and that got a little jarring after a while. And but that does not anything saying I hate Stranger Things. That's just, wow, there was a lot going on, and it was just like, this group, and 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 this group. And there were a lot of groups in there. So that also kind of, I realized later though, that also kind of kept you like catching little pieces of information, and instead of catching the whole of the information. Still, I do think Will is connected with Vecna somehow, and he might not understand it. We definitely don't understand it. So hopefully this will get unveiled soon, and I'll be right. And I'm not going to go too far into the theory. I mean, it's just a theory. It's just like, why that date? Why so specific? And because it's tied to Will's mind in some way, and that date is very specific to him. So kind of makes sense, because otherwise, shouldn't it be back when Vecna was sent to the Upside Down? And some people said no, it's the date that it was also the date that the Vecna was sent to the Upside Down. No, it was not. It totally, definitely was not. Those are two different dates entirely. If I were to take a guess, I would say that was a year, maybe two, before Will disappeared into the Upside Down. So again, a theory, but I think it's a sound one, and I think we just need to know. You just need to wait and see what happens. Alright, so I admit, not much of a fan theory, just a small one of the connection that I think is going on that we don't realize. And it's a little vague because I'm being vague on purpose, because I know once I get specific, I'm going to be wrong. So, but again, just a little fan theory. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day.